Well, hello. Happy Thursday. This is Lucy Kelleher with Stampin' Up, and I am here to show you a really cool kit. I was working on putting the cards together, and I thought, well, why don't I show the kit and put the last two cards together with you live? So this kit is called the Card Keeper Kit, and it's number 164377. What's really cool about this one is that it's not just cards, but there's actually a really cool box that's included that you can put together and then use to store your cards. So here's the box, and this was just inside this one here. So there's the lid, and this box was folded up inside here. And what's really cool is, I don't know if you can see like these inside flaps, because this was flat. These inside flaps had double-sided adhesive attached, so you just peel it off and then you put this together so it's a nice solid base. And then you get these really cool divider pieces. And there are stickers of the different cards that you can put on there. So I used the stickers they had for my separations for now. I may change it, but for now I thought, why not? Just use what I have. And then I can always use the other side and put another label or write out what I want. So, and these are pretty thick, the dividers, if you can hear that. And the box itself, pretty sturdy. So I'm going to put that in. Like I said, there's a lid, and I love this blue color. I just think this is gorgeous. And that pattern of flowers, that's kind of like an inlay. So that's the box that comes with this card kit so that you can use this over and over to store your cards. So the cards themselves, I love them. They're so pretty. Now, I will tell you, they're not necessarily masculine cards, but that's cool. We have other things for masculine. These are the envelopes that come with them. So you've got this really pretty kind of a bluish pattern. I think this color is Pool Party, right? Oh, look at those. Look at that. Even the inside of the envelope. And then this is the other set of envelopes. And I'm pretty sure this one is called Crushed Curry, right? So those are the envelopes. You get all the envelopes you need. Then I'll show you, these are the cards I've already made, and then I have two that I'm going to make with you. So everything you need to put these cards together is inside this kit. You don't need scissors. You don't need, in this particular kit, you don't even stamp anything. So that's what's really cool about it. And the fact that everything stores in this one little box is great. If you don't have a lot of room, if you're on the go, I've taken these boxes when I'm traveling in the car or even on a plane. And I love it for both, especially the plane, because don't need any scissors, so I don't have to worry about TSA. So these are the cards that I've already made out of the kit, and they're just fun. And they are, in every kit, you get a full color set of instructions. So you can see, that's that box. These are the cards. And there's full color instructions. And they just walk you through how to put these together if you wanted to follow what they did. Now, you can take this kit and make whatever you want out of it. I do kind of a combination of both. So I'm going to show you tonight the cards that were made pretty much exactly as was in the kit. I did turn some of mine vertical or horizontal, so you'll see that these cards are, I think the way they did theirs all vertically. Yeah, see, they did theirs vertically. I turn some of mine horizontally. So just because, isn't that gorgeous? And there's this really pretty circle, vellum circle here that's got, if you can tell, let's see if I can get an angle on it, some like ridges in there. So just because, happy for you, best wishes, thinking of you, another happy for you, now with these other pretty colors. And you can see some of this kind of gold flecks. And these leaves are kind of a gold foil paper. Happy birthday, and those are the same. Best wishes, thinking of you. And so what I did was I put them all together. And the card bases come pre-scored. And look at the back. So what I'm going to be doing is, and I'll show you when I'm done, on some of these, I'm actually going to cut them in half. So instead of making, I think it's a total of 10 cards. Let me see. yeah, I think it's 10 cards total. You can actually get 20 cards out of this kit with just adding card bases and envelopes, right? So I could cut this in half, and with my card bases, create 2 cards out of this one, right? And since the backs are so pretty, that could be my foundation for another card. I can chop it up and make it into a pattern, right? So I'll show you that once I redo them. The other one, this really pretty kind of blue pattern, also has like a washed watercolor background. So if you are new to card making, or if you're not new but you don't have a lot of time, this is a great kit for you. If you're more experienced, this is something you could take and just level up with the supplies you already have. Just add a stamp set with sentiments and you're good to go. The adhesive will be included, and so in this particular one we have our 3D foam tape, and then we have just these little glue dots. And when you look at these are not, I mean, I guess you could color them, but they are glue dots. There's adhesive on the back, and when you peel this off, that little top part will come out and it's a glue dot underneath. So very, very cool. So this kit here, especially if I want to follow the directions, you'll see that with this really pretty colorful front of flowers, it's already pre-scored, so I just fold it over, and I use my bone folder to give it a nice crisp edge. I can also just use my fingers, right? If you don't have a bone folder, don't want to deal with that. And then you'll see here, these are the different sentiments, and it even shows you where to put the adhesive. If you want to make sure you don't run out or whatever. Now, I've put together 8 of the 10 cards, and look at all the 3D foam I have left. And even though these are little hexagons, see these pieces out here? These are all, this frame still has 3D foam. So I keep these and I just cut them, right? And I've got even more 3D foam tape to use. And you can see from this how much glue dots there's still left. So they'll show you here if your title, let's say you do the Just Because, right? So you'll see here, if you can, there's that vellum circle. There's the gold leaf, right? And then there's the sentiment. And so they just show you these are the ideal places they say to put your adhesive on all of these. What's cool about it, these just pop out. These are all die cuts. So again, this is why you don't need scissors. Here are the really pretty leaves, and you can see how easy you can pop these pieces out, right? Very simple. They're cut really well. And then here's the gold. And so for this card, it's just the one gold leaf. So that's right here. So I'm just going to pop that out. All right. So I've got my, move this out of the way. I've got my card base. I've got my vellum circle. I've got my 2 sets of leaves. And, you know, as I'm looking at it, I'm going to be using these leaves on my other cards. So just ignore that. I'm going to be using the gold foil. And I've got 2 sentiments left, and you'll see, because these kits, Stampin' Up! Sold all around the world, you'll see that there's the same sentiments, I think, are in French, German, and one more language. So you're going to end up with some extra sentiments in different languages. Don't worry about it. So I have a happy birthday left, and I have a Just Because left. And again, see how easily these pop out? The only other thing that was in this box, besides all these sentiments, was the labels for the dividers for the card kit. And again, you'll see I took the English version. There's French, there's German, and one more language. Not sure what it is. You'll also get a piece of chipboard. What I like about these, they come in various sizes. They come in all the kits because I'd already opened this, but it's all shrink wrapped together. And I keep these pieces all in one box because there's a lot of different ones that come in different sizes. I use these for a base, especially if I'm not working on my craft space, right? If I'm on a plane, in a car, wherever, I can use this cardboard to stamp on for a firmer surface, and also don't have to worry about color if the kit has ink that we use. And I keep the stack of these because if you like to make mini albums, or if you want to make tags that are a little thicker, you have all this cardboard that's basically free, right-ish, because it came in the kit, that you can use over and over. All right, so let me throw these pieces back in because we don't need that, nor do we need that. And then I'll just show you how easy this is. So I think this one, let me see here, how many, because I've got my other cards. Let's see, for the Thinking of You, Best Wishes, Happy for You. And it looks like I have happy birthday in the other one. So I'm going to use happy birthday on this card. And just by following the directions, I'm going to set this aside because that's for the other one. I'm just going to look here and says, okay, I've got my sentiment. I'm going to flip that over. I'm going to take my 3D foam dots, or yeah, 3D foam, pop it out. Let's see, I'll probably put one over here, one over here, and probably one in the middle. Now, I actually am going to add a little extra because of the way it, when you sit, right? So this one might gap a little bit or bend. I don't know that anybody else would notice that besides me, but you know what? It bothers me, so I'm going to go ahead and put it there. And I have the extra 3D foam tape, so there you go. All right, so there's that. Then for my little gold piece, which, oh, there it is. That one, I'm just going to use the little glue dots. So this just slides off. I'm going to add it right here. Right, so that sticks. I don't know if you can see that. That just stuck right there. And then I'm going to take, you can see here they have the vellum and they show you the order of the layering, right? So the bottom is the vellum circle, then is the gold leaf, and then the sentiment. So I'm going to take the vellum and you're going to see on one side, you can kind of see it's a little indented. You can see it even more here. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see here. Sorry, the lighting's kind of wild, but there it is. You can see it right there, the little ridges. So what I'm going to do is, and what they showed you was kind of cool, because remember, this is vellum, okay? So you don't want to see the glue dots through the vellum. So what you do is, or this is what I did, and maybe this isn't how they wanted you to do, but this is what I did. I took off my 3D foam, right? And then I placed it in the center, like this, of my circle. And then when I add my 3D foam dots so that it'll stick to my card, right, I now see what has been covered up. So I will take these 3D foam dots. I'll probably put some, oops, oh, there it is. I'll put it where you won't be able to see from the other side, right? So I can put it on top of the other pieces that are already there. I can put some here, right? Because I just want to make sure that the vellum will stick. Now, if I put the dot here, right, you're going to be able to see it through the paper. So that's why you want to glue this or adhere this in the order that we're doing. So just like that. Then I'm going to peel off the top of that little glue dot. And if you have the pick 'em up tool, I think that's what it's called, take your pick tool, you can pick those off. I usually just lightly scrape it with my nail. It's up to you. And again, I like to use a lot of adhesives. I don't like my cards falling apart once they get to somebody. So there it is. So I'm looking at, and I think this one, let's see here. I've got verticals, vertical, horizontal, horizontal, horizontal. Oh, I'm going to do this one vertical. Okay, so just like this, I'm going to kind of, I'm eyeballing it, but I also have my grid here on my glass mat. So that can kind of help me line that up a little bit. So I'm just going to plop that down like that. And then I've got my gold leaf embellishment. And I'm just going to slide it underneath. Just like that. And look how pretty that card is. Wouldn't you just love to get that card in the mail? I mean, look at that. Gorgeous. Again, not a guy card, but you know what? We got a lot of women friends, a lot of women in our family. There's other kits for the men, right? We could turn this one potentially into more masculine card, you know, because of the sentiments and everything. So, all right, let's do the next one. So that's this blue card. I'm going to go ahead and burnish that line a little bit, and then we'll look at this one and see how many I have here. I have horizontal, vertical, vertical, horizontal. Let's see here. This setting is just because I think this one's going to go ahead and be horizontal for me. Okay, same idea. I just look at my instructions here. There we go. And this is the one where I took out those pieces from before. Those are there. I still have 2 of the gold foil leaves. Again, I'm just going to pop that out, and you can see how easily they come out. Right? So, and I usually, you know, some people, what they do is when they do their cards, they actually set them up kind of like a line. And what they do is they punch out all the pieces, put the card bases out, then add the pieces for each card inside. And so they can get rid of all of these extra pieces of cutouts. And then what I'll do is I'll put them inside the envelopes, because if I don't have time to make them all at once, put all the card base with the pieces inside the envelope, and when I'm ready, just pull that out. Because you can see how quick it is to actually make these cards. So if you weren't sure if you needed a just because or you needed a thinking of you, you could leave that part out and literally in under 5 minutes add it to your card and have a beautiful card ready to go. So for this particular one, we're going to look, and you'll see on the card, if you can see right here, let's see if I can get a better angle. On the back of this sentiment, you'll see these like white circles. That's your 3D foam. The little gray, darker ones that are smaller, those are your glue dots. Now, these are suggestions, right? Because they suggest that you pop up the sentiment and that you have your leaves and your die-cut gold foil flat. It's up to you. I do like the way it looks, so I'm going to go ahead and do it that way. I also want to just make sure that when I glue down these pieces that I have them in the place that I want. But what I'm first going to do is put all the adhesive on the back. Remember, both the 3D foam and the glue dots are all double-sided in terms of the adhesive. So just because I put it on here doesn't mean they'll stick down yet. So I'm going to go ahead, peel these off, put one there. So they use only 3, which is fine. And you'll see that even though I've made all the cards, I mean, look how many extra glue dots I have. And I will tell you, you won't be able to tell, but in my cards, there are more than 3 on some of these. But for the purposes of our video, I'm going to go ahead and follow the directions, at least in this one. So again, I'm just peeling those off, adhering them down, just like this. And again, if you have the take your pick tool or maybe some tweezers, that might be easier. I just found that now that I know how to peel these off a lot easier, it's just easier for me to do this way. Oh, and I need one more let's see here. I should have 2 gold pieces. There they are. And you can see this one is the double leaf, but that it's been die cut. Really pretty. So we're going to go ahead, peel that off. Put that on there. And again, this is why these kits are so cool, you guys. Quick, easy, but they can be leveled up, right? But in a pinch, if you need a card, you don't have time to run to the store, to Hallmark, order off of Amazon, whatever, having these kits either ready to go or setting off to the side is just great, because you don't have to worry about last minute finding what you need. Okay, so I'm going to use the sentiment just because. Here's my 3D foam tape. Whoops. My 3D foam tape. I'm going to put one here. So that's going to take care of those edges so the edges don't bow in. And then I'm going to take out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one here, because I don't want the top to bow in either. And probably a little bit of overkill on my part, all this foam tape, but this is what I like. And honestly, you can still see there's 3 other already of the hexagon pieces left, plus I can cut these up, so I still have extra 3D foam tape. All right, so what I'm going to do now is you can see with the card, they have the leaves and the gold foil leaves at an angle, and so when you put the sentiment in, you're not going to see where they cross, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take them, and before I adhere them, I'm just going to kind of place, kind of see what I like in terms of where these will go. And then, oops, kind of like that. And then I'm going to kind of throw this on top to see, yep, you know, I actually think that's not so bad. Okay. Now, you can do a couple of things. You could just peel off the 2-sided tape and just stick it down and then like reach under this. Or you could just use this, because you can see I've got enough adhesive. It'll hold all 4 pieces down, right? All 4. But I don't like stuff to flip up too much. The other thing you can do, if you are concerned, like, oh my God, I found the perfect placement, how will I ever find it again? I have been known, especially if I'm like, I will never be able to put this back the way I want, especially if there's more pieces, I'll actually take a picture with my camera and then refer to that. So I'm a little OCD though, so don't mind me. So I'm just going to peel this off. And again, just going to pick the back of the adhesive with my nails. You can use your pick tool. You can use your tweezers, and I'm just going to kind of line it up right there. Okay. Grab the other one, do the same thing. And again, these cards, guys, are so quick and easy, and they're just beautiful. And I hope you can tell from the through the camera how cool they are. And if not, maybe I'll pick somebody and send them a card so you can see it in person. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Get that out of the way. Then I've got my other one with my gold leaf foil. I think that one was right about there. But you see how I'm trying to overlap? Because I did not take a picture. And, you know, I just want to make sure that all the pieces, when they overlap, you can't see that in the front of the card. So I'm going to go ahead and peel this one back. Just like that. And then I'm going to peel off the double-sided sticky tape from, or 3D foam tape from my Sentiment. Well, like I said, what was cool about this kit, no stamping. Just going to line it up. And there you go. That's how quick and easy it was to make these cards. Right, so that's the one I just made. Here's the other one, right? And what's really cool, like I said, is I can now double up. And instead of making just 10 cards, I can make 20, because what I'm going to do, and I'll do this in another video because I've kind of got it in my brain. I haven't made them yet because it's the only one I have. I'm going to cut these in half, the card bases in half, and then use white card bases or maybe colored cardstock as my base and make double the cards. So then, and again, in case you missed it, right, here is the beautiful box to store my cards. Right, and so, and as you can see, there's so much room. So even after I put in these cards, I'm going to have lots of room for other cards. And don't forget our envelopes that we can mix and match. So what I normally do to make it easy on myself is I'll take my card, I'll slide it this way in the envelope. And this is actually how I store them when I'm working on pieces. Like if I've popped out all the pieces, but I don't have time to put the cards together, I'll put the card base like this. I'll throw the pieces inside and then just stack them, because that way then the pieces don't come out. So then I'm just going to slide these all in. And actually, I think I might change this one, because I like that gold on the flowers with this crushed curry envelope, which is just gorgeous. Think about it. Who wouldn't love, in the days of when all you get in the mail lately are bills, advertisements, and now that the election is over, you're not getting any more of the political flyers. But I mean, really, a lot of times, all that we get in the mail are bills, flyers, coupons, right? But imagine in the middle of all that, you get a beautiful envelope like this, and look at that. That's it's not texture, but look at the watercolor. How fun would it be to get something like this in the mail in this beautiful envelope? Talk about making somebody's day. I know I love getting cards in the mail because it's just fun. And then not knowing, especially when it's not my birthday or not our anniversary, right? When I really have no idea where these cards are coming from. It's exciting to get them though. Let's see here. I've got one here, and somehow I've misplaced one of my envelopes. But I promise there's all 10. I've just been playing with this kit. Let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I think I see it. There it is. And then this is how I store them. Now, if you don't have, like if you have another kit and you don't have this really cool card keeper box, I actually take my cards like this for now, and I can leave them inside the kit like this, right? I can either leave them in there completed, or I leave them in here if I haven't put them all together. So if I'm in the middle of something and maybe I'm in the living room watching football with my husband or a movie, or like I said, if you're on the go or whatever, everything can go back in here and I can store it away. And then sometimes, you know, you start a kit and you're like, that was fun and now I'm bored. I want to try another one. Well, what do you do with all the pieces? Well, you can put them all in here. Put everything back inside your box, just like that. There's my adhesive, my other adhesive. And look, everything's just stored in there for now. Plus, these boxes are kind of cool. I actually keep some of these, especially this time of year, for gifts for the holidays, because, you know, sometimes you get smaller gifts. This is actually fun. I did a gift card for someone the other day in a box like this. So I had the gift card and a card, and I put in like a lot of tissue paper. I think I added, I don't remember, but I added something in it to make the box seem a little heavier. And so when they opened it, there's like tissue and all this stuff, and inside was their card, their birthday card, and a gift card. And it's great for mailing, right? So this is called the Card Keeper Kit, right? Beautiful colors, and it'll tell you, does it tell you on the back here? It does not. It does tell you somewhere. I can tell you all the different colors are in here. So when I cut these up to make additional cards, what I can do if I'm trying to match up colors, I can look here. Oh, here they are. And it tells me the coordinating Stampin' Up! Colors. So you'll see it's Crushed Curry, which is that really pretty yellow gold that you saw right here. Let's see here. Flirty Flamingo, which is that kind of pink. Mossy Meadow, which was the green. Night of Navy, which is the sentiment and the flowers on the background. Old Olive is the other green in the card base. And Pool Party, which is the other blue, right? So now I know when I go to create more cards using this kit, that's the cardstock I need. I'm going to grab those sheets of cardstock. I'm going to start playing around, and now I'm going to double what I have in here. So let me know what you think. If you have any questions. And thanks so much for popping on. Let me know if you're watching live or on replay and where you're watching from. And I appreciate you taking a look at this. And so, Lucy Keller, Stampin' Up. Have a great Thursday. Bye.